I am a Seventh-day Adventist pastor somewhere in Europe. Here are my thoughts and reflections after listening to Conrad Vines' sermon, Entropy. For some time now, I've heard about Dr. Vine mainly through members in the church, both where I pastor and in other places. And now I have decided to listen to him myself. So this is my own thoughts and reflections from the perspective of the pastor. What I noticed quite immediately in the sermon is how trust, confidence, and faith in pastors and church leaders are shattered. Not even 15 minutes into the sermon, I got the message. Don't trust pastors or any other leader in the church, because they do not have the members' best in mind. Pastors work for the money and simply do what they are told by conference and unions. And since the conference and unions have sold out freedom of conscience to the United Nations, everything is corrupt, even the local pastor. And lastly, if you don't agree how the church use tithe, the money can or even should be used otherwise. And when he suggests to return tithe in forms of rice and beans, I wasn't even sure whether to laugh or cry. I guess we have to find out from someone who did send rice and beans to the conference office to see what happened. But let me pause right here again. I know pastors all around the world, and one thing is for sure. We work with and for the people in the church. We do not work for money. We work to build trust, confidence, and faith in God, Jesus, and the Bible. And since we're Seventh-day Adventist, we include our own message here as well. Pastors preach week after week based on a divine calling, not for the paycheck. Here, Dr. Vine's assumption is not true, basically. And as a sermon, I expect more of a preacher who wants to speak the truth from the Bible, actually. This presentation had limited references to the Bible, but was full of Ellen White quotes, citations from documents, and various other statements. And I get it. This is the only speech I heard from Dr. Vine myself, so I might be a bit hard on judging him on this only one presentation, but still. But I hear what he's saying. He's calling church leaders blind. He is calling educators Satanist in the spirit of Marxism, and obviously we are not to follow them anymore. In plain English, do not trust anyone or anything in the church anymore. You can only trust yourself to decide. Don't let anyone tell you what to believe. Now think about that for a moment. Let that sink in. A leader, even church leader, and a figure of authority encouraging members to distrust leaders and pastors, in the long run, even each other. From the perspective of a pastor, this is killing motivation, it's killing inspiration, it's killing trust, willingness to serve, and in the end result is conflict and division. And who will try to solve these conflicts in the local church? The pastor. But since no one trusts the pastor anymore, there you have it. The implications of this sermon and similar sermons are the following. Split churches, shatter families, money and energy spent on endless, useless, meaningless discussions. There's no time or energy left to the mission and the vision of the local church. You end up with suspicion to anyone who is employed by the church. And if this is Dr. Vine's ambition, he has succeeded, but I'm not that hard on him. I know there are problems in the church. I don't say anything against that, but it's creepy how all of this could be done in 1.5 hours video on YouTube. And I am imagining people listening to this kind of stuff, and not only at Vine, there's other these videos as well, hours and hours, day after day. But on the other hand, yes, as I said, I know and somehow understand his frustrations with the church. I am aware of the situations of him, not in any detail as such. I guess I know as much as you do, basically. He does point out some really issues here in the church. The church is facing, yes. But, and we might not be able to come around some of those issues, and it's up to you to fill in the blanks. But after listening to the sermon, I know where I stand. The church as an organization has limitations, yes. But I deeply encourage you to see deeper what this message is doing. If you want destroyed confidence in your pastors, you got it. If you want to lose trust in your fellow church members, you got it. If you want endless, senseless, meaningless discussions in the church, this is your recipe. If you want a comfy filter bubble packed with Ellen White quotes out of context and other stuff, here it is. If you slowly but surely want to leave the church, go this way. If you want to see the pastor burned out, go ahead. I hope you can see sermons like Entropy from a different perspective. This is really all I'm asking of you.